Is Josh Allen the best quarterback in the National Football League?
He's top two. I'm gonna tell you
Huh?
why he's top two. He's top two. I
Man,
don't think
if you're
he
gonna
is
say
the
top two, just
okay.
say
No,
two.
no, no, no. He's not. He's not the best in the league. He's number two. All right. He's put a compelling case together to be the best, though. Right, being seventh in the league in yards, seventh in touchdowns. The 16 interceptions is a lot, but I mean they've asked for him to do a lot. He's third in QBR. That's nothing to really scoff at. The reason why I can't say he is the number one QB in the league is because a guy named Pat Mahomes, and I'm not trying to dick ride. I know y'all in the comments going to go crazy, is still there. And Pat Mahomes, for the first time in his entire career, is having what we would call a down year or his first tumultuous year. You know what I'm saying? He's had a couple speed bumps. But when Pat hasn't had speed bumps, Pat has been unworldly, astronomically unworldly, leaps and bounds the number one without question. And we here on this podcast have always said, all right, take Pat out of the equation. Who's the next best guy? Who's that number one guy without Pat Mahomes? You know what I'm saying? That's why I can't say Josh is the number one now because Pat Mahomes will be back. He's an exceptional quarterback. He'll be back. But damn, has Josh Allen put a case together to be the number one, bro. I swear to God, this dude, when you think he's down, when you think he's regressing a little bit, he comes back the next week and he'll throw for 450, 3 TDs, and prove everyone that he's still, I am. I am that guy. And it's just kind of like the Kobe LeBron thing, you know. But no, in my opinion, no, he is not the number one for all the points I just stated. But damn, if anything ever happened to Pat Mahomes and he hung it up early, Josh Allen is definitely that number one guy, without a question of a doubt. They're in two different stratospheres. It's just the stratosphere Mahomes rests in is just another tier above Josh Allen.
So
Howard?
now I will agree with you career wise, yes. But now, are we objectively just talking about this year? Because if we are talking about just this year, I don't think, without a doubt, he's the best quarterback in the league.
No, no, no. I don't want to go off this year because then people gonna bring in stats and all this stuff. Off your eye test, is Josh Allen the best quarterback in the NFL?
To me, I'm gonna have to. I'm obviously gonna ride for my boy. Y'all are gonna know this. Patrick Mahomes haters, whatever, your rings, whatever, yada yada yada. But here's a stat that is pretty alarming to me. There is no quarterback except for one in the history of the league who has put together 4 straight 40 touchdown years. There's only one guy. There is only one guy who's ever done it. And we're talking Brady's, Mahomes, Rodgers, Manning, Montana, Aikman. We're
And
talking
the difference
Elway,
between those guys and
Marino.
Josh Allen is they all have rings.
Well, Marino don't have a ring, but whatever.
I didn't hear you
Josh
say
Allen.
Marino.
Josh Allen is the only one. Now, if Josh Allen plays for Kansas, like I hate to say,
No,
but
no, no.
Don't do
Don't do
that.
the
but
if
if
stuff.
you
No.
put him in that damn Andy Reid system,
Don't do
I
that.
think they got 3 rings, maybe 4. But anyways, we're gonna get off there. I think he is the best quarterback. There's really not anything he can't do. His turnovers, people always talk about his turnovers. He's still almost a 2-to-1 ratio turnovers to touchdown. If you take every touchdown he's thrown, yeah, all the touchdowns he accounted for, and then take his interceptions he has and say all those are 7 points, every interception, which is not true, or every turnover, he's still putting up a huge more he's I think he's like scoring 100 and some points, whatever. The turnovers, they really don't matter. And I'll be honest with you, if you watch him play, all his turnovers are like in the first half. And whenever the game is on the line, whatever we need to win, I mean, that dude don't turn the ball over. That dude, he just, I don't know what happens. I don't know where he goes, but he just goes in this realm. And time after time this year, when we were backed against the wall, we were 6-6. He's made throws and plays that people, and it's crazy that Sports Center and all these people don't even highlight him. All these plays he makes. The play against Kansas City, he is chucking to the left side of the field. Not even his down the side, to the left side of the field. Opens his hips up milliseconds away from the hash. throws open a Latavius Murray. He was covered. He throws him open as he's getting hit out of bounds. Drops a dime. And that saves our season. That saves our season. I think he is asked to do more. He is asked to do more than
You
any
can't
other
hold that
quarterback.
against the other quarterback. You can't hold that against other quarterbacks that their GMs put them in a position
I'm
where they
not
don't
holding it
have to
against
do
you. I'm
more.
just saying.
And the
If
thing
you're
is, Josh Allen has had a lot of talent in Buffalo as well. We're not going to say that he's had deficient of talent. He's had arguably a top 10 receiver the entire time.
every quarterback,
They've drafted well, right? You guys have had your opportunities time and time again, and every year you run into Pat Mahomes and you can't finish the job. So it's not that he is not on the level of Pat Mahomes. I'm just saying he's not better than him based on the sole fact of career-wise and talent-wise. I think Pat Mahomes' decision-making is a lot better than Josh Allen's. I think Pat Mahomes' ability to move the ball safely is a lot better than Josh Allen's because Josh Allen, and you know this too, he doesn't like that slow, methodical pace. Even if they wanted to run it slow, methodical, Josh Allen wants the whole enchilada. He's going to throw a moon ball here or there, and it might be into double coverage, and he's hoping somebody comes down with it. You know what I'm saying? That separates the great ones from the fucking ballers, and we've talked about it. There's guys that are just ballers that'll put up video game numbers, but they don't ever equate to that final success. And then there's guys that are just the greats. You know what I'm saying? And he can get to that level. And I'm not saying he won't. And I understand why you feel the way you do. You're his boy. You ride for your boy, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of a biased for me to not feel the same way you do because I don't feel the same way I feel about Josh Allen, but that's my take and that's what it is. But continue with the archives of stories of every great thing he's done.
Let me hop in here because this is what I want to say, right? So obviously, I've been a guy that honestly, my guy that I would say is better than Josh Allen got hurt this year, hasn't played.
Burrow.
I love Burrow. I'll say Burrow is better than Josh any day of the week. So I cannot really throw, but you can't throw it in with this. At this point, let me ask you: do being more dangerous make you the better quarterback? I might have to say yes, because at the end of the day, when we look at it, right, if let's say I'm a defensive coordinator, I feel like I would have to game plan more for Josh Allen than I would for Patrick Mahomes. And
I highly doubt that.
And
I'm pretty sure if you actually see defensive coordinators the past couple of years, who's the boogeyman of the NFL, I'm pretty sure they're thinking of Pat.
So what you're thinking about is right. You're when I'm game planning for Patrick Mahomes, I'm game planning for the talent of, like, around Patrick Mahomes. Like Patrick Mahomes is a great quarterback. Let's not get that misunderstood. Patrick Mahomes is a great quarterback. But when we look at Josh Allen, right? Like the way that he improvs and then he's going to run through a defender's face is more dangerous than what Patrick Mahomes can do.
And you let him do that. And that's what they did this year. That's why they were 6-6. The reason why they started winning is they implemented a more balanced offensive game plan to make the defense honest. Now you're worried about a James Cook running the ball. Now Josh Allen can do Josh Allen things and throw to his three other receivers besides Diggs. You take away that run game and you load up on Diggs, they're 6-6.
Okay, inside. Let me ask you. You're bringing up all this inside the 20. Who are you more scared of, Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes?
Josh Allen. I'm talking about the full length.
So if you're more scared,
down to the 21st. I'm saying they got to get down to the 21st. Because
if you're more scared of Josh Allen within the 20, that means that he's more dangerous than a Patrick Mahomes. Because the thing is,
if we're in the 20, you ask me, am I worried about Josh Allen on the Bills? Absolutely, I'm worried about Josh Allen on the Bills. Yes, you're setting a spy for the eventual that he's going to take off. Now, flip it to the Chiefs offense in the 20. What are you worried about? You don't know what to be worried about because you don't know what they're running. Because any kind of trick play they're running,
what to be worried about.
Listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. Any trick play that they're going to run, you got a guy who can make any possible throw on this planet. It doesn't matter what kind of pressure you put in his face. Is that more fearful than a guy running 20 yards with the potential to be stopped before then, or a guy who can make any kind of throw no matter what kind of blitz you draw up? I'm taking the guy who can make any throw because.
As I say, we watched Josh make any throw. Like, I mean,
our tail did the same. The biggest difference between Josh and Pat is the vision, right? Pat Mahomes' vision is 1,000% better than Josh's, and like we'll be honest about that because plays that we think are dead, Pat Mahomes will find somebody in the back of the end zone. Pat Mahomes will find somebody in that little creek. Pat Mahomes' vision is better than Josh Allen's, but as a physical specimen, Josh Allen is way more dangerous than a Pat Mahomes. You know, my thing
Yes.
is, my thing is when we're looking at it, right? We're looking at a guy that can jump over people, run through people, all this stuff. And I've been the most critical about Josh Allen. So coming from me,
Amazing.
this is like,
It's great. And with that said, right? With all that said, as great of a season as Josh Allen is having, and as a deficient of a season Pat Mahomes having, he still has more passing yards than him, a better QBR, a better touchdown interception ratio, and they both have 27 touchdowns.
but how many Russian
15.
do Pat
Okay,
Mahomes have?
are they running backs or are they quarterbacks? Okay, because Josh Allen can run, good for him. That's
Whoa.
him. When they bring up the 27 touchdowns, I don't know on ESPN if they're talking about passing or if they're talking about total, but Pat Mahomes can scoot too. But Josh Allen, that's the way it's drawn up for him. Is for him to put himself in bodily harm to run. You know what I'm saying?
So
They don't
look,
need that
I'm with
guy.
you. I'm with you.
And this is what Pat Mahomes with no sustainable receiver at all, still throwing for 4,100 yards, 4,200 yards,
Like I'm
the
not.
exact amount of passing TDs. You don't just do that with no talent. Allen has Diggs. He's got a guy in Gabe Davis that they paid. He's got a Dalton Kincaid. He's got a run game, all that kind of jazz, right?
So I'm gonna
Pat
tell you. I'm gonna
Mahomes
tell you
has
this.
Travis Kelsey, who's aging by the day, and Isaiah Pacheco. He's got
And
better
Rashi
QBR,
Rice.
less interceptions,
What about
and a
Rashi
Rashi
Rice?
Rice who's come on since like week 5. He's came on to it.
Okay, that's
But
most of
Rashi
the
Rice
season.
doesn't have not all those 27 TDs are from Rashi Rice or Travis Kelsey.
Travis Kelsey, Noah Gray, all like we're not going to sit here and just act like
I'm
Andy
Pat
not
Mahomes.
Reid.
acting like it's not, but I'm
Like
saying
okay, some guys,
okay, Rashi Rice or Stephon Diggs?
no, Stephon Diggs or Travis Kelsey, and then so
Stephon Diggs.
let's compare
You're taking
apples
Stephon
to
Diggs
apples.
over Travis Kelsey right now. I would too.
Let's compare apples to apples, but it's not a big difference. But Rashi Rice over Gabe Davis, I'll take Rashi Rice every day.
I'll
Let
take that too.
let's compare apples over apples, like apples to apples. Let's
James
not
Cooks, or are you taking up Isaiah Pacheco?
Isaiah Pacheco.
Uh,
Isaiah
I,
Pacheco.
I think the biggest thing is he's got Andy Reid. I mean, that shit is people forget. Andy Reid made who were the Pinkston and all them boys in the Eagles look crazy. Like Andy Reid's nuts. I mean, I wish we had a play call like that.
I think it just comes down to that Josh Allen is the more exciting guy to watch because he does do the reckless shit. He jumps over a linebacker. He does all that, but does it equate to success? No, it's not. He's been doing it since he's been in the league and hasn't gotten them anywhere. No. Congratulations, bro. He can drop his shoulder and he can run through a linebacker. Great. He's 6'7". What is Josh Allen? Josh Allen is what?
6'5".
6'5", 230, bro. Yeah, he's bigger than most linebackers.
Hey man, you sound like me a few weeks ago, man.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, y'all are bringing up every point on why he's better than Pat Mahomes. Then the reason why he is because he can run the ball.
Okay. So fine. How about this?
Run through a linebacker.
Okay. So this is
I
gonna be
just
the
gave
last
you
thing.
the stats, right? We're gonna bring up stats. I just gave you the stats.
So the last thing on this topic, right? Okay. Let's just say for the sake of argument, Pat is the best. Who is the more dynamic quarterback? I just want one answer.
Why are we coming up with all these extra reasons
No,
why?
I'm just asking.
I gave Josh Allen his flowers. I just said if Pat Mahomes didn't exist, it would be Allen's league. It's just
let me just. I'm just asking you this. I'm just asking you
if
this.
it's Tuesday and it's raining outside and we're in Buffalo.
I'm just gonna ask you this. Final. That's just the last thing. Is Josh Allen more dynamic than Patrick Mahomes?
I just said yes. I said yes
All right,
to
cool.
that.